Welcome to Cinema Bites, your go-to for movie recaps in a flash. Big twists, epic moments, all in just minutes. The series Secret Society of Second-Born Royals begins with a girl named Samantha, a princess in a country called Illyria, which is considered the smallest country in Europe. The ruling system there is a monarchy. We learn that Samantha is a very simple girl who dislikes the life of princesses and dreams of living her life like any ordinary girl. This is in contrast to her older sister Eleanor, who loves the life of royalty and is preparing to take over the throne as she is the rightful heir, being the eldest daughter. Their father, the king, passed away when they were young in a plane accident, and the throne was temporarily transferred to their mother until Eleanor turned. With just a few weeks left before Eleanor's coronation as Queen of Illyria, Samantha remains completely uninterested in royal matters and spends all her time with her friend Mike, whose father works as a gardener in their palace. The two of them play music in the streets, and Samantha sings a song against the monarchy and the queen, her own mother. She tries to stir up rebellion among the people against her mother. Suddenly, the police arrive to arrest them. Samantha tells Mike she will distract the police so he can gather their instruments. She grabs her skateboard and flees, but when she sees a picture of her sister on a screen, she falls and is caught. The police take her back to the royal palace, where her mother scolds her for her childish behavior. Samantha responds by saying the people are unhappy with the monarchy and want to have a say in the queen's decision. Her mother dismisses her comments and advises her not to cause trouble, as it could affect Eleanor's future reign as queen. The next day, Samantha goes to school and meets a girl obsessed with social media. She learns the girl's name is Roxana, and she is also a princess from another country. Roxana advises Samantha to stop hating the monarchy because, as a princess, her childish actions tarnish her image in front of the people. Meanwhile, in a highly secure secret prison for criminals with superpowers who aim to take over the world, guards deliver food to an inmate known as Number. When he eats the food, he notices a small electronic device hidden inside an apple. He uses it to deactivate a collar around his neck, which had been suppressing his powers. Once freed, he uses his abilities to break out of his cell and escape easily. Back at the royal palace, Samantha and her friend Mike are practicing a new song they plan to perform at a rock concert in a month. Mike tells her he got tickets for the concert and invites her to join him. She agrees as she loves music, and jokingly tells him he smells like garlic. Mike is surprised because she is right. He had eaten garlic 2 days ago. Later, Samantha goes to her room and looks through a box of photos of her and her father before his death. She reminisces about her memories with him, as he was the only one who truly cared for and loved. She recalls how he used to call her Snowflake. That evening, she attends a party at the palace with her mother to celebrate Eleanor's upcoming coronation. During the party, Mike texts her to remind her about the rock concert. However, her mother insists she return to her room to study for an exam. Samantha sneaks away, changes into a more casual outfit for the concert, and meets Mike. When they present their tickets to the guard at the concert entrance, he asks for ID. As the concert is for adults only, being under 18, they are denied entry and feel disappointed. Suddenly, an employee exits the venue and enters a code to unlock the door. Strangely, Samantha can see the code from a great distance. After the guard leaves, she enters the code and sneaks into the concert with Mike. Mike is amazed and asks how she saw the code from so far away, but Samantha herself is unsure. It is revealed that Samantha has a superpower. She can see things from a distance and control her other senses. At the concert, Samantha is having a great time, until she begins to hear all the sounds in the venue at once. The overwhelming noise becomes unbearable, as she can even hear the heartbeat of a flying insect. She panics and pulls the fire alarm, disrupting the concert. She and Mike are arrested, and Samantha explains to him that she heard a strange mix of sounds at the concert. Mike starts to suspect that she might have superpowers, especially since she could smell the garlic he ate 2 days earlier. Mike's father eventually gets them released, but Samantha is shocked to find her mother waiting for her. Her mother scolds her for her childish behavior, saying she missed her exam because of it. As a result, her mother decides to send her to summer school to retake the exam and learn discipline. Meanwhile, number 34, the escaped prisoner, contacts his partner and thanks him for hiding the device in the apple. He tells his partner to prepare for their next move. The next day, Samantha arrives at summer school and meets a girl named Jane, who is also a princess from another city. They sit near a boy named Matthew, who is introverted and avoids interacting with others. Another boy named Thomas arrives accompanied by Roxana, the social media-obsessed princess Samantha had met earlier. It turns out all the students at the school are princes and princesses from different countries. Their teacher, James, introduces himself and explains that they are all members of royal families and the youngest siblings in their family. He reveals a secret known only to royal families. The second-born child in a royal family has superpowers. The primary purpose of the summer school is to train them to develop their abilities so they can join a secret organization dedicated to protecting the world from villains. James instructs them to keep their powers a secret and confiscates their phones. Samantha is stunned to discover that her mother is the head of this secret organization and had hidden the truth about her superpowers all along. Sam's mother tells them that her organization has many agents, all of whom are princes of different countries, and they can control their superpowers. The true goal of this organization is to fight evil and protect the entire world from any threat. She informs them that their training will start soon, and whoever fails this training will not be accepted into the organization. Their memory will be erased, and they will forget that they even have superpower. At this time, prisoner 34 is talking to his partner, saying that he wants to leave the queen because she imprisoned him for 10 whole years. Surprisingly, he has a picture of Sam, making it clear that he is targeting her and planning something. We then return to the super kids as they begin their first training. James tells them that their mission is to use their superpowers to retrieve the electronic pyramid located in the training hall. They mock his words, thinking the task is easy. However, when one of them tries to get the pyramid, they are struck by laser beams and fall to the ground. The team begins to dodge the lasers and tries to discover their superpowers. Roxana learns that she can become invisible. Later, they help Tama get up, and they discover that his power is the ability to compel others to follow his orders. Sam realizes she can control her senses and discovers that her superpower is the ability to hear and see things from a distance. Mateo finds out that his suit has a device that reflects lasers, but unfortunately the device is only on his wrist. When the laser hits him, he falls to the ground. Out of recklessness, Jane tries to retrieve the pyramid, but also fails. Unlike the others, Sam uses her powers impressively, acting faster than them and getting close to the pyramid. Unfortunately, she gets hit by a laser, and the entire team fails. After the training, they discuss their superpower. Jane discovers that she can temporarily steal other people's powers and use them. Mateo finally learns that his power is controlling insects. Later, the girls go to their sleeping quarters and are surprised to find that Sam has another phone, different from the one James took from her. She sends a message to her friend Mike, telling him that she is very happy at this school. The next day, the second training begins. James explains how they can control their powers and decides to give each of them a different training to quickly develop their skill. He takes Sam to a room full of screens, each playing a different sound, and asks her to focus on the sounds and identify what is being said. He gives Toma a wild dog and asks him to make it follow all his commands. Roxana trains in harsh weather conditions to enhance her invisibility power. Mateo trains to control insects and remove heavy objects. Jane is taken to the swimming pool, where she trains with another girl who has a superpower that allows her to breathe underwater. James asks Jane to steal the girl's power and stay underwater for as long as possible. He pushes her into the water, and she successfully breathes underwater. During the break, food is distributed, and Sam discovers that her meal is poisoned. James tells her that this was a test to see if she could control her sense of smell. At night, Mike calls Sam and tells her he is ready for their rock concert, sending her pictures of it. Sam feels uneasy because she cannot leave the school, but reassures him that she will attend the party. Later, Sam meets her mother, who takes her to the secret headquarters of the superhero organization. There, she shows her advanced technological weapons, including one that uses DNA to imprison superpowered individuals. Her mother advises her to forget everything she is thinking about and enjoy everything she does to control her powers. When Sam returns to training, she applies her mother's advice and succeeds in her task, distinguishing all the sounds on the screens. The team's skills improve, and they all pass their tests. However, James decides to pressure Roxana to pass her test by exploiting her love for social media. He threatens to go live and show her followers how messy she looks. This angers Roxana, and she successfully passes her test by becoming invisible. Over time, everyone's skills noticeably improve. One night, Sam decides to leave the school to attend Mike's party. She sends him a message to let him know she's coming. Unfortunately, James wakes up the entire team, telling them they have a mission. There is a thief in the museum trying to steal the royal crown, and their task is to protect the crown at all costs. When they arrive at the museum, Sam uses her power to locate the thief through remote vision. Instead of guarding the crown, the team follows Sam. She manages to knock out the thief, only to discover that it is the girl who was helping Jane in her training. They return to the crown, only to find it stolen. James arrives and tells them this was a test, and they failed because they did not follow orders and acted on their own. Their mission was to protect the crown, not to catch the thief. He informs them that the next day's training is cancelled to give them time to reflect on their actions. Sam calls Mike to apologize for missing the party. She feels that Mike is upset with her, especially since she cannot tell him anything about herself. However, she is bound to secrecy because James instructed her not to reveal her superpowers to anyone. The next day, the team decides to go out together. They go to the beach, enjoy their time, and strengthen their bond, becoming friends. Jane tells Sam that she is very happy to have met her and wishes they had been friends earlier. She invites Sam to her house, where she shows her the place where she plays music. Mike arrives, upset, thinking Sam is ignoring him because she has made new friends. She tries to explain, but he refuses to listen and ends their relationship. When Sam and Jane return to school, Prisoner 34 appears. He uses his powers on Jane and tries to kidnap Sam. The team arrives to help, but he defeats them all. Hearing James's voice, the prisoner decides to escape before he is caught. Before leaving, Sam is called by the name Snowflake, which shocks her because no one used to call her that except her father. James arrives and asks them to restore order, but Sam objects to his words and enters the forest following the prisoner. The prisoner uses his power to drop a tree on her, and just before he harms her, James comes to her rescue. To everyone's surprise, it is revealed that James has a superpower. He can create multiple copies of himself, but Prisoner 34 defeats him. Later, the prisoner approaches Sam and reveals that he is her uncle. Sam is shocked by this revelation because Edmund was supposed to have died in the plane crash with her father. Suddenly, Jane appears, touches Edmund, steals his power, and banishes him far away. James is taken to the hospital in critical condition, and eventually, Edmund, Prisoner 34, Sam goes to her mother and tells her that her uncle Edmund is still alive and didn't die as she had been told when she was young. Her mother is forced to reveal the truth. Edmund killed Sam's mother to seize the throne. Sam asks to meet Edmund again, and her mother agrees. Sam visits him in prison and asks why he killed her mother. He explains that he had to sacrifice her to abolish the monarchy and create equality among all people. Sam returns to the palace to prepare for her sister Noor's coronation and is warned by Noor not to act childish because the event will be attended by most of the world's monarchs. Meanwhile, the superhero team gathers and decides to attend the coronation to support their friend Sam. They arrive at the event and are amazed by the presence of royal families from around the world. Thomas becomes infatuated with a girl at the coronation and tries to use his power, controlling humans to obey his commands, to approach her, but he is shocked to find his power has disappeared. It is revealed that Jean stole his power and used it to control the guards, allowing her to access the secret hideout and free Edmund. It becomes clear that Jean was Edmund's partner from the beginning, helping him escape from prison. She then takes control of the rest of the team, but Matthew, who controls insects, becomes suspicious of her. He sends a bee to warn Sam and inform her of the situation. Jean locks the team in Edmund's former cell to prevent them from disrupting her plan. The bee reaches Sam, alerting her to the danger. Using her power, she sees Edmund from afar and rushes to capture him. As the coronation begins, Edmund activates an advanced bomb designed to eliminate all the kings and princes at the event. While chasing Edmund, Sam notices Jean following her. She turns to her friend Mike for help, explaining everything that has happened and revealing that Jean has superpowers and intends to kill her. Mike agrees to help, and together they lure Jean into a warehouse. Confidently, Jean admits that she helped Edmund from the start so he could assist her in killing her older brother, allowing her to take the throne. Mike throws a weapon at her head, knocking her unconscious. Sam then frees her team from the cell and asks for their cooperation in defeating Edmund. She devises a clever plan. They will split up to retrieve the device that grants powers and use it against Edmund. Sam confronts Edmund and finds him placing the bomb into a DNA device in her mother's laboratory. He modifies the device to trap all the kings and princes at the coronation. Edmund tells Sam that the monarchy must end so people can live freely without restrictions. Suddenly, Thomas and Roxanne arrive, snatch the device from Edmund, and toss it to Sam. She jumps off the roof with the device, using her power to control butterflies to carry her away safely. She runs far from the palace to lure Edmund into following her. Edmund enters her room, where she has set a trap to disable his powers. Mike is there with the device, reprogramming it to target Edmund and trap him inside it. Noor is crowned Queen of Arya. Later, Sam's team is officially accepted into the superhero organization, with James as their leader. Back at the palace, Sam tells her sister that she knows the truth about what happened and that she saved her from Edmund. As a result, Noor decides to establish a parliament to give the people a voice. However, Sam is shocked to learn that Jean has escaped from prison by using her fingerprints on their devices, leaving a challenge for them to catch her. The team accepts the challenge, determined to capture her. The recap ends. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification button so you never miss an updates.